Feeling lost is not a failure. Feeling lost is one of the most misunderstood experiences in life. Most people treat it as a problem, something to fix, escape, or hide. But feeling lost is not a mistake. It is a signal that the life you are living no longer fits the person you are becoming. Carl Jung believed that confusion often appears before transformation. When an old identity begins to collapse, the new one has not yet fully formed. So you stand in between, not who you were, not yet who you will become. And this in-between feels uncomfortable, disorienting, and frightening. You question your direction, your choices, your sense of purpose. But this is not emptiness, it is transition. You are not lost because you failed. You are lost because something false has fallen away.
Why old identities must break. You were not born lost. You were shaped by expectations, by roles, by survival. At some point, you learned who you should be, and you tried to become that person. That identity worked for a while. It helped you belong. It helped you cope. But identities have an expiration date. Jung believed the psyche grows by shedding outdated versions of itself. When an identity no longer aligns with your inner truth, it begins to crack. You may feel restless, irritated, emotionally distant from your own life. This is not breakdown. It is breakthrough in disguise. The old version of you is dissolving. And dissolution always feels like loss before it feels like freedom. The void between who you were and who you're becoming. The most frightening place is not pain, it is emptiness. The space where old answers no longer work and new ones haven't arrived. Jung called this the dark night of the psyche. A phase where meaning temporarily disappears so deeper meaning can be built. You may feel directionless, ungrounded, unsure of what you want anymore. This void is not meant to be filled quickly. It is meant to be experienced. Because in silence, truth begins to surface. The ego panics here. It demands certainty. It wants labels and plans. But the soul needs space, and space feels like being lost. Why rushing to find yourself delays growth. Most people rush to escape feeling lost. They distract themselves, attach to new identities, make impulsive decisions, anything to feel certain again. But rushing to find yourself often means rebuilding the same false structure, just with a different name. Jung warned against premature clarity. He believed meaning must emerge naturally, not be forced. When you sit with not knowing, something changes. You become more honest, more attentive, more real. You stop asking, "Who should I be?" and start asking, "What feels true now?" And that question opens the door. What being lost is teaching you. Being lost strips away illusions. You realize what no longer matters, what you were chasing for approval, what drained you without fulfilling you. You become quieter, more reflective, less interested in pretending. Jung believed the self emerges when the ego loosens its grip. In this phase, intuition sharpens, sensitivity increases, truth becomes unavoidable. You are learning to listen again, not to the world, but to yourself. Being lost is not punishment, it is preparation.
Finding yourself without forcing it. You don't find yourself like an object. You remember yourself, slowly, gently, honestly. Clarity returns, not as a map, but as direction. You may not know the full path, but you know the next true step, and that is enough. Fear still exists, uncertainty remains, but you are no longer panicking, because you trust the process. Feeling lost was never the end of your journey. It was the doorway. Because before you can become who you truly are, you must let go of who you are not. And that always feels like being lost right before you find yourself.